Buenos dias, good morning from Granada in Nicaragua. We've been travelling for a couple of weeks, spending so much time on boats and buses and taxis and sleeping in different beds, definitely feeling very stiff. So this is for you. Maybe you're on a longer travel journey or you're feeling stiff after a long journey to your destination. We're going to move the body a little bit. I'm feeling very, very stiff. I haven't warmed up or anything. This is not for show. There's going to be lots of oof. We'll see how this goes. This is really good if you're in a hotel room, you don't have a lot of space. So we're going to do quite a lot of standing and then we'll move. Come lying down. Ideally, you'd be on the floor, but maybe what you have on lying down is a bed. We can work with that. So the idea is you don't have a lot of space, you may not have a mat, all of my yoga clothes. The idea of putting a legging on right now, it's so hot and it's only 6:45 in the morning. So I'm just wearing floaty things that feel okay to move in. And after this practice, I'm going to have a shower and then get ready for another day of traveling. So we're going to start standing. Let's take a few breaths. So softly breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, softly breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time like that. And then continuing to breathe in and out through the nose if you can. And then as you exhale, bring the chin down towards the chest. We'll go up and down with the head. So if any of these movements are feeling stiff, hi, welcome to the club. The intention of this practice is that movement will help to ease out some of those stiff bits. And if you have been experiencing any feedback or pain from traveling, I was getting a bit of lower back, was niggling a little bit from sitting for so long. And this really helped. So try it, see. Lifting the head back on top, we'll go side to side. So allowing the ear to melt down towards the shoulder. Keep breathing in and out through the nose if you can. You hear the rain. It's rainy season and we've had a lot of rain over the last few days. Makes it really difficult to plan your day, is what we found. Anyway, we found all sorts of things to do. It's the nature of travelling, isn't it? You make a plan, then you change the plan. Right, bringing the head back on top, rotating. Lovely, come back to the centre. Have a little wiggle, a few semicircles might feel good. Okay, let's do a few roll up, roll down, and roll ups. So a little softness into the knees, bring the chin towards the chest, upper back starts to round. Take it easy, especially if your lower back's feeling stiff. Have a little wiggle. Let's press down through the feet, roll up. Sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. And again, floating the arms down. Bring the chin to the chest, rolling down. Press down through the feet, rolling up. Now, if anything hurts, don't do it. is the golden rule. And especially if you've got a sensitive lower back. Rolling down might be okay, but rolling up might feel aggravating. So if that's the case, we can do this instead. Bring the hands onto the shins or the tops of the thighs and then look forwards and come to a flat back. Squeeze the glutes, the buttocks, and then slowly walk the hands up. Maybe that feels better. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Lovely. Float the arms down. We'll bring the palms to face forwards. Maybe bring the feet a little bit wider. Lovely. Sweep the arms forwards and up. So you're leading with the thumbs. Go a little wider at the top. Get some wiggles into the shoulders. And then palms down as you sweep the arms down and back behind you. Lovely. Lead with the thumbs forwards and up. Go a little wider at the top. And then down and back. So I don't know about you, but shoulders carrying not just a big bag, but just a day backpack with you the whole time. As I said, it is a rainy season in Nicaragua, so always got a water bottle. I want to use those disposable plastic water bottles. There's always full. You've got your waterproof jacket. And I've always got a mini first aid kit with me just in case any scrimps and scrapes and things like that. Anyway, it's taking a toll on my shoulders and maybe yours too. So how are these feeling? Let's do one more. Lovely. Release down. Have a wiggle. And then bringing the arms out in front. Let's bring the arms wide. Palms are up. Palms down, go down through the middle, cross over. And we'll keep going. So you might be, I don't know where you are. I'd love to know where you are actually, where you're doing this practice from. Drop out in the comments and see how many countries, how many backpackers are doing this. Now, I don't know where you are, but here it's very warm, and the idea of wearing yoga leggings or like a proper top just feels way too claustrophobic. So it's quite nice just to be able, I'm wearing a bikini top and some floaty shorts, and it's so nice. So yeah, we're not going to get too sweaty. It's just about moving, getting things moving and grooving. If you've been still on a long train, bus, whatever. Right, wiggle into those shoulders. Let's bring the feet a bit wider. Press with the feet, trying to keep the hips still. And we'll cross the arms over and then rotate. So we're rotating the spine. Really press through the feet, try to keep the hips still. Lovely, and then soften the knees and allow a little bit of movement. So we can allow the hips to move a little bit now. You'll be able to go a little bit further, but really watch the sensation in the knees. We don't want to be over twisting. All right, let's come back to the center. Bring the arms down and go side to side. So as if one arm is going to slide down the outside of the thigh. And again, engage the legs to avoid moving into the hips just yet. Oh, that feels stiff. I don't know how that's feeling for you. Maybe now let the hips move. So you can feel the difference between the two. Maybe. All right, coming back to the center, heel toe the feet in to about hip width distance, coming to a hip hinge. So a little softness into the knee. both of them. And then push the hips back. Let the chest come down. So give those hamstrings a bit of a stretch and then come back up again. And we'll do that a few times. Now, if you've been doing a lot of walking, I've been doing way more walking than I'm used to. So my lower legs, ankles, these guys, hamstrings, super stiff. It's been a reminder that I may do quite a lot of yoga movements, but I need to increase my step count at home. We've all got room for improvement in different places, right? So don't believe that these people on the internet are perfect. We all need a reminder every so often, myself included. Oh, but yeah, if your legs are feeling stiff like mine, I'm sure they'll feel a little bit better, at least by the end. Let's do a couple more. Alrighty, come up to standing and we'll warm up the fronts of the hips, but through a standing march. So stand tall and then drive one leg up. And we're aiming to bring the knee higher than the hip crease if possible. Use the wall if you're feeling super wobbly today. What can help is if you find a spot in front of you, really drill down your focus to a single tiny point. So maybe you can locate like a corner of a sign or something, or the corner of the room. What is in front of you? Find a spot, stick to that spot, keep breathing, and march. Lovely, last couple. Da, da, da. Right, let's release that down. Bring those feet a little wider into a wide-legged stance. And then rotate both feet out wide. Coming to our hip hinge again in this position. So hands can be in the front, hands on hips, maybe they wide. Ease down and then come back up. I quite like to have the hands in front. Ugh. It's amazing how some movements feel all right and then others feel the opposite. Last couple here. And then rotate the feet in. Can you hear the bells? All right, and again. This time rotating the feet in, slightly different angle. So if you come to Granada in Nicaragua, the bells will wake you up early. I remember when I was staying with my brother in Indonesia, and he was about 20 meters away from a mosque, and I'd totally forgotten. I think it's about 5 o'clock in the morning, and these blaring sounds, like woke up with a startle. It was so loud because he was so close, and he was like, "Yeah, I've just got used to it now." And it's funny how the different places that you go and the different sounds and the different smells just remind you of those of those places. Right, last couple. And one more. Fabulous. Come back in about hip width distance, feet. So roll forwards, come up onto the tiptoes, and then roll the weight back into the heels, lean forward slightly, and lift the toes. So we start a rocking forwards and back. Last couple. Lovely. Have a little wiggle. And then with both feet, we'll just roll the ankles in and out slightly. So again, nothing too much. Just bring some movement into the feet, into the ankles. Lovely. All right, we're going to come to a warrior one. So come to the, might not be at the mat, but somewhere where you can step the left leg back and bring the heel down. Bending into the front knee. And just ease in there. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Softening into the shoulders. Really imagining them melting down. So smooth, steady breath in and out through the nose. Softening into the jaw. Release the arms down, peel the back heel off, step to the front, we'll swap sides. Bending into the front knee, sweep the arms up to the sky. Keep breathing. Release the arms, look forward, step to the front, have a little wiggle. And we're going to use the wall to stretch into the calves. So bring the sole of the foot close up with the heel as close up to the wall. Oh. And then we're going to move the body towards the wall and hold that calf stretch. Keep breathing. So as we start to slow down and hold these stretches for a little bit longer, focus on your breath in and out through the nose. Yeah, and then release. Lovely. Have a little wiggle. Swap sides. So heel super close to the wall, as close as you can. Toes are on the wall. And then you lean the body forwards, getting that calf stretch. And then ease away, have a wiggle. We're going to use the wall again for a quad stretch. So take hold of the ankle. If it's too far away, grab a towel. Everyone's got a microfiber towel in their backpack if you're backpacking. Swing that round, take hold of the towel instead of the ankle. And then guide the the knee towards the other knee. Lift the sternum And if you're like this, we're just going to ease the hips forwards. Imagine you're trying to stand up tall, but take it nice and slow, especially if this is feeling super tight. You can also do this lying down, but your choice. Lovely, and then release, have a wiggle, swap sides. Keep lifting up through the chest. And again, aiming to bring the knees towards each other. Front of the thigh, maybe front of the hip as well. Keep breathing. Breathing through it. Ooh. And then release. Have a wiggle. Right, back to our wide-legged stance. Going to come to a few Cossack squats, or similar to Skandasana in like yogi speak. So feet are about 45 degrees out. Hands together in front. Sit the hips back like a hinge. And then bending into one leg, we're going to do both. And travel over. So driving the knees out. Lovely. Press down through the feet and come all the way up. And then over to the other side. So we're seeing what that feels like on the inner thighs. It's not about depth. We're just easing into the movement. So wherever you are is good. Are we still breathing? It's easy to hold your breath sometimes. Last one. Lovely. Heel toe the feet. Hands on hips, soften through the knees. Let's do some hip circles. And then we're going to come down onto your floor. So whether you have a mat or maybe you're on the bed, if you have chosen the bunk bed option, you might not have enough space. So you might just be on the floor. Maybe a couple of towels would work. But we're not doing very much, don't worry. All right. So if you are on a mat, come to the mat, come to the back, sweep the arms up, all the way down, walk the hands forwards, come to tabletop. So hands and knees. A few rounds of cat-cow, golden movement. Let the belly soften down, tilt the hips up, heart space shines forwards, and then rounding into the back. Really press through the floor, have a little wiggle. Lovely, and again, soften the belly down, heart space shines forwards. And then round. Couple more your own time. How does this feel? Do you feel any better from moving already? If the answer is yes, great. Remember that. And keep going. Sometimes we think movement is such an upheaval, you know. But when you know that you feel better afterwards, you know it's worth it. All right, come to the center, have a little wiggle from side to side. Okay, we're going to come into pigeon. So fingers spread nice and wide, bring the arms wide, tuck the toes, downward facing dog first. And slowly pedal through the legs. Youchies, undercuts, how are they feeling for you? Oh, I think I'm getting bitten. Oh, fun. Okay, right leg sweeps up. Right knee towards the right wrist, maybe on the outside a little bit. Bring the heel into the body and then ease back. Lift the chest and breathe here. If you have a cushion or something underneath, support yourself. Use your hands for support. Keep the knee on the ground. Right, press through the hands, tuck the toes, up and back, downward facing dog. We can sweep the right leg all the way up if you like a three-legged dog. Ooh, get away, get away. Should put some bite stuff on. Whoopsies. Right, left leg up. Left knee towards the left wrist. Heel in towards the body. Shimmy back. Breathe. One more breath. Plant the hands, tuck the back toes all the way up. Oh yeah. Three-legged dog. Little wiggle into the top ankle. And then we'll swap, right leg up again. Right knee towards the right wrist. This time the shin is coming across. So ease yourself in. Use a block. You might not have a block. You probably won't have a block. A rolled up jumper, a rolled up towel, a pillow or two underneath the right hip, and then ease down. Or similar to me, you're using weight down through the arms and holding the stretch. Which if you've been doing a lot of walking and a lot of traveling, maybe you've done a few hikes uphill, you might be feeling this quite strongly. I am as well. So let's just breathe into it together. Three, two, and one. Tuck the back toes. Lift up. Maybe right leg sweeps up. And we're going to swap sides. So left leg up. Left knee towards the outside. Left the wrist. Rotate that shin. Support underneath your left hip. Left knee is on the ground, and then we can shimmy that right knee back. Okay, so you can feel the difference between the one where we had the heel super close in, and then we're guiding that leg out. Listen to what your body says. We're not forcing anything. Support yourself with props. Whatever you have available is great. Underneath the left hip, use the arms for support. Find a place where you can breathe and settle in. Last few breaths. 3, 2, lovely. Tuck the back toes, push into the hands. Sweep all the way back. Left leg can go up to the sky again. Little wiggles, Come back to downward facing dog. Look forwards, lower the knees. We'll bring the legs around and we're coming onto our backs now. Okay, so easing onto your back. Bring the feet nice and wide, arms as wide as you've got. Either a cactus arm might feel quite nice or wide like that. And some windscreen wipers, so allowing the legs to sway from side to side. Coming back to the center, bring the feet together, allow the knees to fall out to the sides. Reverse butterfly. So again, soft, steady breaths, softening into the jaw, into your face. Maybe you're on your bed, maybe you're on the ground. Hopefully you're in a fairly quiet space, but you never know when you're traveling around what you're going to find. Just if you are in a busy or noisy place, you find your own little zone of zen. Focusing on the flow of your breath in and out through the nose. Using this as a meditation. Still your mind. And create your own little zone of zen. Wherever you are. And how amazing that is that you can take that anywhere you go. Wherever you are, you can create that. Following the flow of your breathing, concentrating, and zoning into your own little zone of zen. Sliding the hands down to the outsides of the thighs and guide the legs towards each other. We'll bring both knees in and give yourself a big hug. Keep the right leg in, allow the left foot to come down, and then slowly slide the left leg long. Sliding the left leg in, we'll bring the right foot down and slide. Nice little stretch. Lovely. Extend the legs, extend the arms, nice big stretch. And then floating the arms down, bending into the knees and easing yourself up to wherever you are. Now, one last thing. If you have the space, pop the legs up against the wall, against your bed. Just have an extra couple of minutes, maybe listening to some chilled music. Just breathe. Or maybe step out. Maybe you've got a lovely view. Just take a moment, just looking out and just feeling into that Zen moment. Seeing how you're feeling in your body. There's no rush. There's no rush for whatever you're on to next. So thank you so much for joining this practice for backpackers, travellers, people in hotel rooms a lot. How are you feeling? Let me know where you were doing this from, what space you had to work with, if it worked for you, and like this video and subscribe for more if you liked it. Thank you very much.